Okay, so there are two requests we will be studying now. One is the get request to get the specific post with respect to its ID, and yeah, this is the one. Okay, so actually we missed this in the get when we're studying the get request for this JSON server. So let's cover it now. I will be writing test. Let's comment the above test. Okay, public void test. It was 03. Let's put that 04. Okay, and what I will write? I will write given. Okay, when get. Okay, we need to suppose get the data value, the value for the third post, that is the ID is 3. Okay, so let me use post and it will be ID 3. So this is my request. So okay, and let me take this under response. And response dot as string. Okay, and what this request was, this one. So let me paste it here so that you can easily identify it later when you get this code. Okay, and let's execute. So all the information related to third ID will be displayed. 1, 2, 3. I'm missing something, I think. Posts and 3. Okay. Posts 3. Let me check if another test is not running. It should give for the third only. Let me check why it's wrong. Something here wrong. Oh, it's test case 1 is also being executed. Test case 1. Now let's execute. Yes, so it is displaying me only the details value of third, that is the whose ID is third. Okay, now let's study about the put request. Now what actually the put request is? Whenever you want to make some changes, okay, so in the post request what we have done? In the post request what we have done, we have created a new entry in the database. Okay, suppose we want to update that entry, then we can use a put request. Okay, what I mean by this is, let me comment this. If I run this again, okay, if I run this again, it's a post request. It will create a new entry in a database. But now what my motive here is, I want to update the already existing. These are the fields which are already existing for ID1, ID2, ID3. Suppose I want to update them. In that case, I can use the put request. Okay, so now let's make a simple put request. So put request can also be made through put request is similar to post only, but just it will update it. So in the body we can send the string as well as Java object as we have studied in the post request, but forget the string part. We always send body part in a form of an object. So just don't let anything come in your mind that you will be sending as a string, whether the API is easy or hard. Always send it through an object. Okay, so let me take this put request. Okay, so we'll be writing at the rate test annotation and public void and test 05. Okay, so we'll be making an object for the post. Okay, so we'll be writing post is equals to new post. Okay, and the entering data to it, setting data, that is set first of all posts set author. Or okay, so the author name, let me first write the ID so it goes in synchronization. Okay, ID. So let me update this third ID. Okay, so ID I want to update is third, and or you can change the ID also, but it's not recommended to update the ID. Okay, ID should be primary key. Okay, so we will be telling which ID to update in the URL, but I'm just keeping the ID the same as it is. Okay, and set author. So in the author it's WebHub. I will be writing updated author name instead of this. Also in the title, post.set title, we will be writing updated title name. Okay, now we will be sending this in a put request. Post is a class name, don't confuse with the post request. Okay, so we'll be sending a put request now. So we'll be using given. Okay, when content type, we have to send the content type in JSON. You remember here it is written that a post, put or fetch request should be included in content type JSON. Okay, so I'll be using content type .json. Okay, and the body which I will be sending is in post object. Okay, and whose I'll be sending, instead of put, I will be sending a put request. Instead of post, a put request, and it is sent something like this. First the basic URL, then after the basic URL I have to write post, then slash the ID which I want to update. Okay, post and the ID, I want to update the third ID. Okay, and let me get the response of it as well. Response and print out the same. Put API response dot as response dot as string. Okay, and save the changes. Now let's run this. Run this as a test ng test. So it has updated it, the ID 3. Let's check in the database as well. Yes, you see the ID 3 is updated here. The title is coming at updated title name, and author is coming an updated author name. Okay, so if it have been a send in a post request, then a new ID, title and author is created. So this is also, put request is also known as the update request. If you go to an SQL statements, put works similarly to the update request. Okay, so that was about the put request. Okay, so in the next session we will be studying about what the patch request is. Okay, thank you.